What's going on, everyone? It's Elias here at the Rainy Forge, back with another video and a nice pipe. So I told you guys, if you watched my channel update video, that I wanted to do something a little bit different on this channel. And so this is the first video in a new video series I'm going to be doing called In the Workshop. Now, the reason for this new series is I wanted to kind of break things up at the channel, give you guys something a little bit more than knife making, and also let you guys in a little bit onto who I am and what I do in my life. So, as you can see, I'm a pipe smoker. If you've been paying attention to my videos, I'm almost always smoking a pipe. I'm a huge fan of it, and I wanted to share a few tips and tricks and my own opinions in regards to pipe smoking. And on top of that, I play a little guitar, so I wanted to play some guitar for you guys and just kind of talk about life. Now, my inspiration for all of this and the name of this series, In the Workshop, is from a great musician out on the West Coast called the White Buffalo. Now, if you have watched the TV show Sons of Anarchy, you no doubt have heard some of the White Buffalo's music. A lot of the later seasons used quite a few of his songs. And he has a great little series here on YouTube called In the Garage, where he drinks a little alcohol and talks about life and plays a little guitar, plays some of his songs, all well in the garage. So I kind of wanted to rip off his idea a little bit and pay homage and call my series In the Workshop, where smoke a pipe, talk about life, play a little guitar, all well in the workshop. Now, the other channel that gave me a lot of inspiration here on YouTube is called the Dry Creek Wrangler School with Dwayne, and he is an amazing gentleman with a lot of words of wisdom and advice. And he just kind of sits around and smokes a cigar, smokes a pipe, and talks about life. And a lot of times he relates it to his business of he runs a ranch and he trains horses, rides horses, trains horses, works with horses. So he kind of ties in a lot of his words of wisdom with what he does for a living. And I wanted to kind of do the same thing with knife making. All well, smoking a pipe and sharing a little bit of my opinions and my advice on pipe smoking and life in general. So let's get into it. So the first bit of advice in regards to pipe smoking that I have for you guys, you fellow pipe smokers, is always carry with you a box of matches. Now, these are just pretty basic diamond penny matches. Any kind of matches will do fine, but I always carry matches on me. I have a lighter on me as well, but I always carry matches because when it's not too windy, and you're able to light pipe with a match, I find it works much better than a lighter. With the match, you can really get into the bowl of your pipe, really get a good light on the tobacco. And I find that the matches don't burn as hot as a lighter does, so you have a less likely chance of actually burning your tobacco. Now, I find a lot of times with a lighter, it gets a little bit too hot and you get your tobacco into a cherry ember faster than you want, and you lose a lot of time and flavor that you would normally get from that same pipe if you had used a match and gone for a little bit more of a slow burn. So that's my first tip and trick to y'all, is use matches. Much better than a lighter, at least in my opinion. Today, I'm smoking, this is called Saratoga. It is from the Country Squire, and they are out of Mississippi. And they are an awesome little tobacco company, and I've tried just about everything that they offer, and they make some really great tobacco. This is my favorite. It is their kind of black cherry Cavendish. It doesn't have quite as much flavor as the Smoker's Pride cherry Cavendish, if you're familiar at all. But I find that this has a lot more going on to it than just cherry. It doesn't taste artificial. And I just really like the full-bodiedness that this specific tobacco has. So another one of the reasons why I wanted to get this series started is in growing my YouTube channel, in building my YouTube channel and building my brand and who I am as a knifesmith. And if you've been with me since the beginning, I started making knives about 14 years ago, but started my Facebook page back in like 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. But you can go back through and see some of my early works, some of the knives that I used to make way back when, and especially my leather work. And I've come a long way with my leather work. And that brings me kind of to the words of wisdom I wanted to impart on you guys with this video. And that is the concept of getting better in life. You know, the general idea is to get 1% better at something or multiple things that you do every day. Always work more forward. Always try and get closer and closer to the goal, whatever that goal may be. For me, it's getting better at making knives, growing my business, growing my brand, and competing with other knife makers. Not necessarily a competition in the sense that I want to be better than other knife makers or beat other knife makers, but I want that name recognition that people such as Neil Kamimura or Walter Sorrells or Alex Steele, you know, the weight that those names carry with them. And I hope to one day be up in those names and carry some weight behind my work. And it's not really about fame necessarily, as it is about recognition. I have a craft, I have an art that I'm very passionate about, and I want to always get better at what I do. In fact, before I started doing knives full-time, I worked as a subcontractor for a bunch of friends of mine. Flooring, drywall, a little bit of electric, a little bit of plumbing, framing, roofing, you name it, whatever the job was, I would learn whatever I could and get the work done to the best of my ability. And one of the guys that I first started working with was an electrician. And he had a very common phrase that he would use all the time, and that was, keep the ball moving down the field. And the idea behind that was, if you're ever on a job and you get to a day where you don't have the materials, or something turns out to be a little bit more complicated than you thought it was, or in the knife making world, I spend a couple hours on a knife, go to do the heat treatment, and it cracks, or it warps, or it just straight up breaks on me. And the idea is to not let that set you back, but not be so focused on erasing whatever hardships you've come up on, erasing whatever obstacles you might be facing, and just moving the ball down the field. Just keep the gears turning, keep that ball moving down the field, keep things going, and always just get a little bit better at what you do. Even if it's just 1% every day, get a little bit better at some aspect or multiple aspects of your life that you want to. And I know I have, and you'll as well find that if you hold by that and you try your hardest to get better, even just 1% at whatever it is in life, you will be happier, you will find life more fulfilling, and you will get ever so close to that goal which you might have. And well, I'm a young guy. I'm only 27, going to be 28 end of November, but I feel like I've lived a big life, and who would I be to not share some words of wisdom and what I've learned? Because boy, have I come far in the last 6 years alone, and I plan on continuing to grow, both as a knife maker, but also as a person. And I hope that you guys can do the same in your lives, no matter how young or old you are. Just keep growing and keep moving forward. And, well, as I always say, keep on keeping on. But how about some music? So as I said, an inspiration for making this video, the White Buffalo over on the West Coast plays this awesome little song called Wish It Were True. And I wanted to start this video series with this song, not only to pay homage to him, but I think it relates a lot to what we've been talking about. And knowing that wherever we've been in life, whatever shortcomings we've had, we can always keep moving forward and getting better. So here we go. Well, thank you guys for watching the first video in this little series. Please leave a like down below if you liked the video, and let me know in the comments any opinions you might have on this video, this series, or my channel as a whole. Thanks again for watching, and as always, until next time, keep on keeping on.